Right guys, so I'm just here outside the old crypt entrance and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. A vampire's grave or something. This whole area has a spooky vibe to it.
Look at these, three of them, two of them.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're in County Carlow here in a place called Dunleckney, old church ruin and graveyard. So just to the right of me here is the old, of what's left of the old medieval church. And then over here we have the newer church. Dates to roughly the 18th, 19th century. So we'll just walk around first the areas, the graveyard, and see what we can come across here or read some of these old stones. So this would be the older church. What's left of it here. And all those wild flowers growing. It's just that this obelisk style here we have erected by Charles McGrath in affectionate remembrance of his beloved parents. I'm sure there's names on the other side. So we have sacred to the memory of John McGrath of Bagnallstown, who died the 21st of December 1876, aged 75. Also his wife Ellen, who died in 1851. So it's really nice in here. And this one says, here lies the body of James Byrne, who died the 30th of July 1759, age 78. So that's an old one there. On the wall of the church. And just in this entrance way here we have more graves inside the old church. So we'll read this middle one first here. And this says, here lies the body of James Blackney, or Blakeney maybe, who departed this life the 21st of May. And you can just see the date on it there, 1742, age 60. And also Mary, the wife of Walter, who died in 1754, age 32 years old. So that would be all the family there. Those three large stones that are standing there. Look at the colour of these, and they're really nice. This monument was erected by the Reverend Michael Pendergast, parish priest of Dunleckney, also in memory of his uncle, the Reverend Michael Brophy of Leyland, and parish priest of Dunleckney, who departed this life on the 26th of February 1798. So you can see how they used to the names back then, like the word parish there. The F was made at that time to look, it was an S, but it actually looks like an F. That's the way they used to write on the old graves back then. And just in the corner here we have erected by Eliza Bethby, in memory of her beloved husband, Garrett Byrne. And that's 1839, that one just in there in the corner. Right, so we'll make our way back out of here and continue. You can see some tabletop graves there. So this is a really big graveyard here, as you can see. And they have been cutting some trees, and they're all just left there out of the way. So now we're getting into the more shaded area here, darker looking side of the graveyard. Wow, look at this place in here. All those graves. And we have this one just here with a cross on it. And on the side it says, "Until the daybreak and the shadows flee away." But it does look like something from a horror movie or something, doesn't it? A vampire's grave or something. This whole area has a spooky vibe to it.
Look at these, three of them, two of them.
Yeah, so this one here is in loving memory of Sydney P.C. Vesey, CBE, the dear husband of Blanche, who died in 1932, aged 59. And Blanche died in 1953, I think. And just here we have two together. Lovely Celtic cross designs. Walter Hoare, looks like, who died October 1902. And
Walter Hoare as well.
in loving memory of Walter Hoare, who died at Rathwade in April 1893, aged 29 years old only. Look at that work on that, the knots. The old Celtic cross. And there's a gate just there. I don't know what that was used for. I think it was for people coming in there years ago, for maybe to go to mass or something like that.
Oh, look at this one.
A child's grave just here. Look at a tiny little grave. So it says on this, in loving memory of
Dudley, is it?
Dunleckney John Bagnall, infant son of Philip H. and H. J. Bagnall, aged only 5 months, and a little child shall lead them. How sad is that to see? And somebody left a little a rock on the grave, and little flowers and stuff around here as well. Look at that, 5-month-old, a 5-month-old baby.
Look at the size of the grave.
And the grave is actually tiny. The surrounding it.
But it's sad he's on his own.
He's all on his own, yeah. Right, so we'll make our way on a bit more. Oh, see? I nearly broke my ankle again. It's going to happen someday, guys, unfortunately.
Don't push it.
And I hope it doesn't soon, but this one here is a rather interesting design on it. In memory of Sir Charles Stanley Osborne, Baronet, Beechwood Park, County Tipperary, who died July 1879, aged 54. And there's the other one just behind me.
Look at that tree up there, look at it.
Wow,
Wow.
all those graves are similar design on them. Look at those trees. This is all just one area here, it looks like, for, I don't know if it's for different families or the same family through marriage, etc. maybe. Christopher, eldest and beloved son of Robert and Mary Ann Bradley, who died in 1911. These ones are very clear here, look at these. In memory of Christopher Riley, is it?
Yeah.
The faithful and attached servant to Philip J. Newton, Esquire, and his family for more than 50 years. He died the 9th of March 1879, aged 75. So just that grave we were reading there, the faithful attached servant. Now, it's the final resting place in this graveyard as well for the historic Bagnall, as we were reading, and Newton families, the influential landlords who originally established and mapped out Bagnallstown. So they mapped out the town. So we can see they would have had, I'm sure, a huge estate someplace. And a lot of people working for them as well. I just spotted this one here in amongst all this leaves and stuff. This grave here, it says, in loving memory of Henrietta Miller, youngest and beloved daughter of David and the late Sarah Miller, who died at the Adelaide Hospital, July the 15th, 1925, age 44. So I'm presuming that's in Australia, Adelaide. And there's a better view of that area we were just in. With all those graves, look at that. Just walking through this lovely arched area here as we can see the church ruin from there. can see one here that actually looks like a vault. The structure of it with that railing all around it there. It does look like a vault. It has an entrance to it somewhere. Right guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go inside the old church ruin there. Now sources tell me that there was a crypt inside the old church ruin, and it's right in the middle of the aisle of the old church. So somebody was buried right dead centre in the middle of the church. So hopefully we might be able to get in and have a look at the crypt area. And if you like this video so far, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of stuff. This is the grave of Robert Gregory, who died in 1902, aged 52. And Mary Daly, who died in 1925. So you can just see the size of the place here is quite large. This one says it's erected by James Walsh of Bagnallstown in memory of his daughter Sarah Walsh, who died in 1842, and she was only 6 years old. So that is the entrance into the old church ruin. So that's where we will be going shortly. In there. This looks like it's another family private burial area just here. Look at that. And just have that wall that goes all around it. It's attached, kind of attached to the church. Some old graves there that have broken, unfortunately, as well. And this side of the church almost looks like a doorway or a vault or something. And it says, "Have memory and the soul of Nicholas Murphy, who departed this life on the 9th of February 1766, age 64 years old." And somebody has left some candles just there as well. Right guys, so let's go inside this old church ruin to see the crypt. Right, so let's go inside this overgrown entrance in the old church. It's extremely overgrown in here. There's a plaque on the wall, so we'll read that inside the old church ruin. Now I have to be careful because, as I was saying, in there somewhere amongst all that overgrowth there is a crypt. Now whether I'm going to be able to get in there or not is another thing. But if it's too dangerous, I won't go in there. So this says, "In memory of Henrietta Maria Newton." So there's that name, Newton. The family who mapped out Bagnallstown. The beloved wife of Philip Newton, who died at Dunleckney the 14th of December 1849, aged 33 years old. So I wonder, is that who's buried in the crypt? Henrietta. Right guys, so I'm just here outside the old crypt entrance and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So just down in here you can see this whole area. Right guys, you can just see there, that is the hole, the entranceway. Now there is stones, it looks like somebody actually put stones back there so people wouldn't be able to go in there. But that is the entrance into the old crypt inside the church ruin. Just there, and I'm not going to get in there, it's just too dangerous. Right guys, so it's like an absolute jungle in there, but I'm sure that's Henrietta Maria Newton that's buried in that crypt. And that was the entranceway into it. But as you can see, it's too dangerous and too overgrown to maneuver around there. So I'm going to go back out again. I was hoping maybe we could have a better look in there, but that's the way it goes. I don't want to damage myself either, put my back out, because it's not great at the moment. So that is the old graveyard here of Dunleckney. The old medieval church and ruins. And then we have the newer 18th or 19th century church addition just there, and inside is that crypt. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all on the next adventure.